What is good in the gamerhood, fellas?
What is
It's
up?
me. I'm alive still. My co-hosts are alive still. And this is it's KG Radio. Genuinely forgot that till right now.
Yeah,
I'm
woo!
your host,
Woo!
Kachow Kachiga. I'm of course joined by two lovely members, well, depending on your perspective, of Kachow Gaming. I got Vope. How's it going, pal?
I am so ready, considering I wasn't
Hell
here
yeah.
for most of the second half of our season.
That's so true. Who better to go over it?
For real.
Julian. And of course, my second co-host, I got Juno exclamation mark. Juno exclamation mark. How are you?
I'm pretty.
That's tough. I don't know if that was scripted, but that's tough. Uh
I'm good. Sorry, I'm
He's
sick.
good. I don't know. That's
I should have
those
got
two
some
things.
water.
You can go get Garrett right now if you want.
True. Oh my
Um
god.
So I don't actually know how long it's been. It's been at least 3 months. Our
It's
fault.
been a little longer, I think.
Probably four, 4 or
Yeah.
5.
I blame
So
Henry.
I'm sure we talked about it a little bit in other episodes, but I had a lot going on. Getting married, getting a house. I don't have my kid yet, but he's still coming, or he or she, we don't know. Uh, so I was really busy. But now I'm not as busy yet.
Vope also pretty busy.
Yeah, a little
Right.
bit.
We all got our own things, but we are recommitting to hopefully doing this on a monthly basis. Now, between the last episode and this one, a whole other season actually happened.
Kind of a
But
kind of a shortened one
Yeah.
it was a short one.
to get us on a good 6-month schedule for the SEMO peeps that make up a lot of our scene to get
Yeah,
our invitationals and months that fit their schedule pretty well.
correct. In
Yep.
order to straighten out the schedule going forward, I think it was a 4 month, if not like
Yes.
maybe a week shy season. Uh it was still a lot of things happen. And I know what you're saying or thinking, whatever you want to do. Are we gonna go over all of it? No, absolutely not.
Last time was fun,
Uh
but I don't have the vocal cords for that today.
it was, but I'd be more down to do that actually did podcasts like we're supposed to and then do a big one at the end. But
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
this is the only one we're doing, we're basically just going to go over some highlights, mainly doing that while also looking at the invitational bracket. We're going to look at our final PR for the season as well as talk about our new season's gimmick, which actually starts this Saturday,
True. Shout out
November
Ruffle Rumble
22nd.
7.
Talk about all sorts of stuff, really.
Rough Rumble 7. Trying to find the name real quick that Ben named it. I think it's 3 House Party. Yes,
True.
Triple House Party. Triple House Party. This Saturday starts SEMO season
We actually
six.
we have that coming up, and
Yes, season
then
6.
yeah, and then Kachow Cup the week after that, and then Kachow Cup again the week after that. So
Oh shoot, I forgot that they're back-to-back weeks. I might be able to make it the
yeah,
second one. I'm gonna have to
it's a
check into
double
that.
feature.
Double
We can maybe
feature.
talk about that too. Why I'm doing what I'm doing if we have time. You can probably guess why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'll go over it anyway.
Baby.
Baby, pretty much.
Little Kachiga on his way. Or
You can't say that.
I might
her
have to
way.
bleep that. Not really. But yeah, we cannot possibly go over it. Also get a good night's sleep.
True.
We'll give you a solid hour of the highlights because there is pretty good highlights to talk about. So
2 D tiers.
Yeah.
2 D
SEMO's running
tiers.
D tiers, guys. Watch out.
True. We can
The re-
start. We can start there if we want.
Yeah, first event of the season, Heartland. I think we should talk about Heartland and Pub Stomp especially before we get to the Arcade and Invitational. If you want to pull up the bracket, Mr. Vope for
Heartland?
Heartland.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we'll talk about this.
that's our top 8 real quick. And then
Um, so as the head TO for this event, because this is the first event I've ever been paid to run, guys. That was pretty cool. I did get paid to run this event. Thank you to the good folks running the Heartland Gaming Convention, who reached out to one of our former TOs, Jesse, and Jesse reached out to me to pick up where he had been running this event. So we ran Heartland, advertised it a lot. We got, as you can see, a good amount of STL down. We got Morley, aka Senju, and Serenavita down from the top, along with Sarge came out. Wanted to shout that out real quick. Thank you for all of our friends from a little bit up north who came on down. I might be missing somebody else that came down from STL, but I think
I think
that
that
is
was
everybody.
it.
I don't know if Gongilla plays in STL right now or not. And Koi. I think both of those two.
I have no idea.
But again, thank you to everybody who came out. But yeah, this was SEMO's first ever, or no, second D tier, because one of the undergrounds was a D tier.
Yeah.
But this is, unless Pub Stomp had more attendees, which I think it might have. I think they're close. At the time, this was SEMO's largest event ever. 35 entries. Did hit that D tier because of that, plus AK's point modifier.
Yeah.
True. I think it was underground, the first underground that was the other D tier.
Yes, and then Pub Stomp was also a D tier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But was a really, really fun event. Last year when we were in Heartland, it was still quite a bit of fun, but it was pretty hot in the venue. This year it was much more temperature controlled. We got somebody on the local news, whereas Kachow played him. I'm trying to find his tag.
It's Zero Shadow.
Yes, Zero Shadow, who is a player from Mexico. He was out of Mexico, so that was pretty cool. Came out as well, and he did a little interview that got on the local news, which was very cool.
Surreal.
We got
Honestly.
to see some good runs. Notably, one of the bigger upsets SEMO-wise this season, Kachow got his Echo win at this event.
It's true. It's me.
Huge, massive.
It's in
That'll
losers
be
bracket. Yeah.
in losers right there. 3-1. We love to see it. Hampter notably not letting STL claim all of top 4. He did get 4th at this event, losing to Senju, but did not have Saren in the top 4. Some STL team killing there. But who beat Saren in winners? I actually don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it
Hampter.
was
Okay,
Hampter, yeah.
so Hampter didn't just get to the top 4 by not having to play STL. He did get an STL win as well, which was really dope. Obviously, Saren's a great win regardless, but not that insane for Hampter. He's been getting these wins a lot recently. He's very, very talented. Spoilers for PR, but ended up number 1 this season, his first number 1. So good for Mr. Hampter to get wins like that. And we're seeing them kind of consistently. Saw it last season when he got that Brogan win as well. But yeah, it was a really fun event. SEMO's first, or SEMO's largest event at the time, second ever D tier. Had a good payout, had some fun. Talking to Morley out of that event, he was screaming very loudly, and it was a blast. He was being
He
very
loves
funny
doing that.
during
He
a money
loves
match.
doing that.
Other notable things at this event, I was gonna point out my friend Dawson, who I got to come to his first tournament in a while, did get a win on Vope.
The fact that Vope willingly clicked on that is crazy.
I thought he was gonna ignore it, but that's goat. That's goat right there. We love Dawson.
This is outside of bracket, but my now wife was at this event and she watched all of my sets except the Echo one. So, and I thought she was watching. So when I turned around and she wasn't there, I kind of wanted to leave her at the altar. I'll say it. I'll say it. Luckily for her, there was not an altar. So
wild. True.
Couldn't leave her there.
Was not an altar.
Both of the people here were at my wedding. Yeah.
And I wanted to quickly, one last thing about this event until we most likely move on here, unless anybody else has anything to say. We did do, this wasn't a raffle rumble, but it was a spiritual raffle rumble, because shout out to what is I don't know. At this point, I just need to talk to him about being an official sponsor. At this point, STG Cards here in Cape, the best card shop in Cape and in Jackson, I will say, in my opinion. Uh, Getting more into Magic, but primarily for some of these other card games, but still got some good Magic products there. And notably, very big store for Pokemon cards. They raffled off 3 different, I think, bundle boxes is the name of them at this event for us, which was like a $200 value. Very, very cool of them. Billy, the owner of SCG Cards, again, very cool guy. Um, he's been letting us host Raffle Rumble at SCG Cards as well, which is really, really sick. They've been going over really well. He is again, terrific dude. Thank you, SCG Cards, for everything they've been doing for SEMO this past season. They are goated. Just wanted to give that quick shout out again. I will shout them out whenever I get a chance to because they have been such a big help. Barely even charging us for this venue either
Yeah.
for Raffle Rumble. So absolutely huge shout out. If you play cards and live in the Cape, Jackson area, please do your shopping at STG Cards. Also, notably, I I'll point this out business wise here. The best prices. I have found $15-$20 discounts on commander decks here compared to some of the other places I have bought decks from. So seriously, go to STG Cards. Absolutely goated store. Billy is the goat. And
Yeah.
again, thank them for they did straight up sponsor that event by giving us some product to give away. So anything else to mention about Heartland? I guess I'll also quickly shout out the TO group again. I was the head TO for this event, but we had like 6 different TOs, and I wanted to especially give a quick shout out to Vope because while I was up on the top of this venue, taking a lot of the stream recordings and stuff like that, Vope was down in the pits of all these players with a laptop and a dream, reporting sets, getting character data as well. We surprisingly ran this event very well. We thought it wasn't going to go very well because they were running some crappy Wi-Fi there to get people admitted to this event, and there was a long line, and we were worried about starting super late, which we did start a little late. But we were worried about things not running well. But the second we got off the ground, it was rolling, and that's a big shout out,
Well,
especially to that because of our TO group. Ben, obviously, MB, the absolute goat of our scene. I'll probably shout him out a couple times during this podcast because he
valid.
is
Yeah.
what makes SEMO run at this point. Carpooling, helping run events, helping set up. He's got a really, really big advantage for us for this next season with our little gimmick, which we'll talk about later, obviously, as Kachow mentioned, and then obviously running the stream for us. And helping TO at the same time. Absolutely no way I could oversell what Ben does for us. He is the backbone of this community, along with Kachow, obviously, who has been running these events for such a long time. Obviously, a big help at Heartland as well. And I mentioned Vope. Garrett was also there helping out. Trey getting in
Yeah.
there, helping record some sets too. It was pretty great to see the whole TO group come together and run that event like a machine.
Yep.
Real quick, if my audio sounds significantly worse, it kept cutting out on my computer, so now I'm on my phone.
I actually think you
Uh,
sound better.
Yeah.
awesome.
You were a little
That's probably
quiet
because
before.
my mic kept switching too, so that was annoying. But
I get you.
uh, I went into that event fully expecting to have to like whenever I go to like Cape events, I'm usually like a backup EO. Like if somebody else is busy, I'll help out. But I didn't end up having to do that, so that just shows how well it was ran with how many people and
Yeah,
all
for
that.
It
sure.
It
was
was a great time.
absolutely terrific.
Uh, it was a great debut event for me, so I was pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I
Also,
was
would like
really
to
happy
mention,
with it because it was one of my friends who moved to Missouri. It was his first tournament I took him to, and he had a really freaking good first impression of SEMO.
what is this
Yeah,
guy? I don't
he
remember who this was.
His
Oh,
round one was Saren.
a little rough, but okay. I didn't I
yeah.
Yeah,
didn't realize that was your friend. That's sick that they had a good time then. Um,
Think he works
speak,
at Rhodes in town, I think.
yeah.
I've seen him a couple of times.
The
I
goat.
also
Cool
want to
guy.
quickly point out here while we're talking about newer players, you can see a Mr. Pat that played against Garrett round one and Striker who played Dizzy into Morley. Some new players that are coming around to SEMO events as well. They went to quite a few this season and they're registered for the first Raffle Rumble of the season. So love to see these new faces that are continuing to show up as well. Not everybody that's listed here that was new has been coming to all our events, but I'm glad to see that it is that we are spreading the word of SEMO and we're getting more and more people out here. Also, shout out to Ensign Mori as well. Came to a couple events this season. Came to the Arcadian. Had a nice little run there.
I
Friend of
think
Nodeino's.
we're getting a little more credibility out there. I think uh, due in
Oh,
no
show.
like in large part, especially because of the people that make it out to the out of region stuff, like Nodeino, Hampter, obviously, Varixa,
We had a big
me
group that went to
sometimes.
Breach.
Yeah,
Breach was fire, and then we had a good size group that went to Rollout as well. I think SEMO's been showing a lot of willingness to travel, and I think that's just part of what makes this a good scene is a big motivation to go to these out of region events and um, shout out to all the carpoolers because it's very appreciated again. MB Kyle has driven us to multiple events. He drove us to Rala out. We appreciate that a lot. Um, Vope obviously hasn't been around a lot this season, but he is always there carpooling people from Farmington to events when he is able to make events.
I'm
Um,
just the carpool guy.
I shouted you out as a TO earlier too.
Yeah.
No, but it's Simo's very well connected. I'm very very glad for that. That we're not just a group of Smash players. We are friends, and we help each other out. It's very appreciated. I really love our community. But Heartland has been talked about enough. Do we want to move on to Pub Stomp, or is there another event you guys wanted to talk about? Um,
um, we can go over Pub Stomp and then dive into the Invitational, I think, and go from there.
Pub Stomp was okay. It
I wasn't
is
there, so
this event was larger than Heartland was. So this is SEMO's benchmark, the largest event we've had in SEMO, 40 entries, which is pretty awesome. Quick big shout out to Lost, who I'm gonna get his region wrong. He's been to a couple. I know he played in Arkansas for a bit. This dude's nuts. One Rala out, by the way. Um, the rollout we went to, he did win. With K-Roll, he's super duper good. Evan did beat him at this event, and Evan was at Rollout Out. We could have maybe seen them play, but Evan did end up just playing Marth towards the end of that bracket. I played a Marth Ditto into Chumples, I believe, partially so we could head out of there, but lost. Definitely can beat him. I believe did beat him at this event.
No.
No, my bad. It was oh yeah, Evan reverse 3-0'd him, I think is how that first set went there. But lost obviously
it
very
was, yeah.
very awesome talented player. Was really really sick to have him out. I got to have some good conversation with him. Um we did since we're not going over all events, we did skip over one of the raffle rumbles that I was going to talk a little bit about this player, but I can talk about them now because I see him up with that win against Kachow Golf up there. Landon still hasn't changed his tag back. ZS17, along with Striker and Pat, has been coming to some events. He is also registered for Raffle Rumble, and he is a menace. He's very, very talented. At that Raffle Rumble that he did come to, his third event ever, his first ever SEMO event. Nice, Pope. He did get second with a win on Kyle, Ethereal, and me. He did lose to Kyle in the run back in Grands, but watch out if he starts coming. Yeah, if he starts coming to some more events, he's very good. We'll have two Aegises on the block, which I think I might
it's
retire.
E it's EJ.
Ejai, that that's a good plural. I
Uh,
like that.
I mean, yeah, he's my
But
doppelganger. I haven't
on
met him yet, actually.
oh yeah, because you weren't at this event. I forgot
Uh,
about that, and you weren't at that ref
I
rumble.
wasn't at the Raffle Rumble and I wasn't at Pub Stomp.
You guys should share notes.
I'd
But
like to.
Yeah, Pup Stomp. I'll talk a little bit about this event. Awesome venue, obviously. Hush down here in Cape. Not available for us again until February, until after football season, because this is a Sunday tournament, and obviously, if you know anything about football, Sundays are unavailable during football season at
Sunday,
any kind of
Sunday,
bar.
Sunday.
But
Yeah.
great little preview into what this event could be. Had some technical difficulties at some point. Took us a little bit to get stream going. But we did get it going again. Thank you, Ben. And I thought the venue especially was really really fun. We got less of STL out here, but I wanted to shout out NPC Lucario for coming down. He I think, if unless I'm missing somebody, was the lone STL player to make their way down. Um,
Unless you
And
count Evan, I'm
Substellar.
pretty sure that's true.
oh,
Substellar
Substellar did
did
come as
come.
well. My bad, my bad.
Oh,
Um,
true, true.
the goat. Um, but this was a really interesting event. I got a Sonic win here. I beat Millard and losers, which
I
greatest moment of
watched
my
that
life.
set. That was sick.
Good lord, do I hate that character. Shout out Millard, very very good player.
Shout
But
out Bunny Girl Mind Control.
control.
It's okay.
We
It's
just
better than this.
Bay Harbor button.
Bay
No, that's the
Harbor.
goat.
I don't
Also
know.
in the
I
same
like Bay Harbor button mash.
in the same grouping, by the way, with Pat and Striker and them. I don't think they actually know each other, but they came to the same kind of events, which made me happy.
Oh, it
He's been coming to
changed.
some events. What's up?
When Nuke changed his name at some point, but it showed up as something else. Whenever I clicked on it, it fucking updated.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, it was like
Um,
number one me Gunner Gooner or some shit.
Isn't
um,
is that not just that's what what's his name? Why am I forgetting the Yeet? That's what his name was online for a little bit.
was
Yeah,
it?
Was
Didn't know that.
me Gooner.
yeah, number one me
Um,
Gooner. That's what it said.
But very, very fun event. We got to see Ethereal and Akira out for an event. Don't always get to see them in SEMA, so it was nice. Obviously, Ethereal did end up qualifying for PR this season, and spoiler, did make it. But always good to see Andy out here. Sorry for the docs.
We love Ethereal.
That is good.
And ethereal.
And then Akira as well. Very, very fun to see. Had to run into the Game and Watch Twig Snap, aka Free Gluten. Twig Snap should be thrown into prison for doing this. By the way, for playing Game and Watch. Man, this is so heinous. No,
What happened? I think I
dude,
DM'd him. I said, "What happened to my Kirby player?"
it's a nightmare. He's already very very good with the character. I played him in losers. I beat the Kirby game one. Obviously, a very bad matchup for Kirby, and I was like very excited to potentially get my first Twig Snap win. Obviously on my second set against him, but it would have been really cool. But then nightmares ensued. Oh, Twig Snap's name also changed. I think it changed to what his name was at this event, which was XX Nocturnal Emission. He is free gluten right now though. That's good. We love Twig.
Jeez.
He was part of our carpool too. Rala out. We had a good time. Physic getting one on
Nice,
Nodeino. I didn't
nice.
even know that happened.
Yeah,
Beat Garrett and Nodeino at this event.
yeah. No, he beat Nodeino, and I had to suffer for it.
Yeah. Who beat Ethereal in this event? Evan and because Ethereal beat me in winners. Oh, he got Twig snapped as well. So I had a chance then potentially of getting. I would have had to beat Dino, but I had a chance of getting an Ethereal run back. Damn, I would have liked that. Even though he kind of lit me up, but very very fun event. Obviously, 40 people. It was pretty gnarly for SEMO. Obviously, that's not too crazy compared to some of the STL events and stuff like that, but it was pretty crazy for us. Though we are planning bigger and better in the future. You heard it here first. SEMO regional
True.
plans are in the works for the future. Might be a little bit away, but we do have plans for some cool big events. And I feel like I also have to point out the highest placing SEMO player, not named Evander, who is SEMO in my heart, but obviously it's kind of a funny qualifier. Was Hamster again? He's Hamster knows when to turn it on, man. He did really, really well at both these D tiers. Again, ended up number 1 on our PR for a
He
reason.
he definitely does know when to turn it on, but when he turns it off is very questionable. But
Yeah, sometimes it feels like at our like regular locals, he doesn't care as much, but that's, I mean, fine. He still does very, very well, goofing around sometimes, but he definitely knows when the lights are bright and he wants to go out there and win, because he went game 5 with Lost, right, and losers.
Yeah.
he got reverse 3-0'd, I'm pretty sure. I was
That
very
sucks.
disappointed.
Who did Hamter lose to in
No games
winners?
reported.
Tragic. Hamter
Uh,
lost to Ethereal. Okay, that makes sense. They I'm pretty sure their set record is like fairly even, and despite what Hamter says, most Rob players think that that's one of his worst matchups. I know Hamter thinks it's even, if not winning for Rob, because he's a sociopath. But he also thinks Game and Watch Rob is even. So yeah,
maybe it's even or winning for Hampter, not
at
Rob.
least it's a Rob player who can finally admit their character's broken.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Anything you guys want to mention about Pub Stomp here?
Not
It
really.
was a good viewing experience. I had a good time interacting with people in the chat, mainly people I knew, like Ryan, I Heart Cats was in there. I talked to him a lot.
Yeah, I had a good
Was
time
this
with all of it. This was
Uh,
the tournament I lost my round 1 to Expression after playing him round 1 at like over half of the last 10 tournaments we've been to. And then
that's Simo,
I went on a
baby.
4. I had a crazy losers run until fucking Nodeino got kicked into losers.
Yeah, yeah,
um
it happens.
already? I feel like I had one more thing I was gonna say. Oh, I think Kachow blew up my phone a little bit after I beat Miller on stream. I think this was the event that I
Yeah, I
remember that
did
Yeah.
that.
happening at.
Yeah, I do that when I see my friends do good. I've done it to Vope too.
Yeah.
I will do it to Julian, but I don't know. I hate him. So.
Alrighty, we'll quickly talk about the Arcadian here. We have one main thing we need to mention about this event, but there is some fun stuff. This was as somebody who only viewed this event and who was commentating it since I qualified for the Invitational. This was a blast of a viewing experience. Watching Miguel
I
Pro
agree.
play, Link playing was awesome. He played super duper well in this event. Obviously, you see that winner. Dokol was very fun to watch, very fun player. Came out of nowhere. Can you check real quick what his seed was? Because I seeded this event and we had no idea who this was, and he was obviously colossally underseeded. Absolutely tore up this bracket. I remember he was Varix's round 1, and I messed with Vrix a lot for losing his round 1 because he was the 1 seed. I was like, dude, how you gonna go lose to this K roll player? And then yeah,
And then he
Then
beat Garrett
everybody
at the
did.
Invitational.
he did beat Garrett at the Invitational. He's very, very good. I hope he comes to some more events. He goes to Murray State, so shout out Murray in general. They came out to this event. They sent us a little email about coming out, having some of their players play in this who are pretty new to Smash. So that was pretty dope. Any of the MSUEs. Dokol doesn't have that, but the MSUE and MSE are Murray State players, including their coach, Comfy Couch, who almost qualified for the Invitational. He did get 4th. But it was super duper fun. MVP of this tournament absolutely was Miguel Pro. What a fun player to watch on
Oh
stream.
yeah, so
Uh,
both of the so
But
I've been to the
bro,
actual SEMO school 2 different times now to commentate for their tryouts. Miguel Pro is really freaking fun to watch and talk about whenever I'm on there. So it was really
dude,
cool
I
seeing
like
he did
Miguel
well.
Pro a
this
lot.
this was maybe my favorite set of the entire season. Was Linking versus Miguel
He
Pro.
uh
Yeah.
Oh my
he was
gosh, that was
at
so heat.
he was at the Kachow Cup before this event, before the Arcadium, and I played him round 1, I think. He was really cool. He was playing Roy. I don't know, but he was cool.
Yes. Yeah. There was also Baseball Abe. That's somebody else who goes to SEMO. Who
Yeah,
notably
yeah.
got an Expression win. That's a great win for him. Expression was a contender for our PR this season and an invitational performer. It went game 5 with Vivi, also a invitational member this season. So I think he ended up having to play Miguel Pro at both of these events. I believe. Did they not play this
Here.
event? Oh, they did. They did. Dang, I seeded them round 1. I'm a demon for that. I
Yeah.
remember watching that set. They docked it out. It was pretty fire. Also, another player to shout out this event. Didn't quite make the invitation off this, but was very, very close. Was Link Inc. Some great moments at this event. Did beat Alex.
Yeah.
Love to see how well he performed there. I was screaming my head off during that set. Unfortunately, it was not when
Look,
we started comms, so you didn't hear me losing my mind. But
I mean,
if you
look, fuck Link Corp, obviously.
First and
But
foremost, they
gonna have
suck.
to
first and foremost, fuck Link Corp. Link crap. More
Link
like Link
crap.
crap. But I messaged Linking too, much like I messaged you at Pub Stomp. I was like, brother, what's going on? like
He was on demon
I
time.
know, Impulse, Alex, he doesn't pull up to many events anymore for one reason or another. But you cannot discount Linking's win against him. It's a big deal, I think. Like, I agree, Miguel Pro versus him was probably the more fun set to watch, but that's definitely the second most fun set that I've watched.
Oh,
But
it was very an enjoyable
he,
experience for me. I was cheering my head off for
I
Link.
think one of these days, one of us, not specifically us three, but like anybody's gonna lose to Link Inc. and they're gonna come up with the craziest excuses you've ever heard in your life. I promise.
It's gonna be
Who
me, and I'm
Like,
gonna
I
quit
was gonna
playing
say
Smash.
it's gonna be Vope. It's gonna be Vope
Volpe's gonna
or
be like, dude, you don't get it. I'm just still so messed up from daylight savings time. Like,
What's gonna
I,
happen is I'm gonna play pin game 1, and then I'm gonna SD 3 times game 2, and it's only gonna be best of 3.
yeah, boy,
And I'm gonna have to
it's
take
gonna
that, and
be
I'm gonna have to think
awesome.
about
Dude.
that.
I'll shout out somebody else who would be really fun to see Link beat Love Him to Death, but if Link beat Physic, I love
Oh,
Dude.
Physic. But he's acknowledged he can be a capper sometimes. He would
I mean,
lose
listen,
his mind.
I
I
don't want this to happen, but if he beat me, that's that's the story. That's Link Corp versus Kachow Gaming.
you're right.
actually,
That would go crazy.
I will say
I'd probably have to
I
play
do
D to
think
D.
if Link beat Physic, I think Physic would like tell us that he's legally blind.
I think
That seems like the most
I
Physic thing to say in response.
I feel like I'd hear Physic talk about some funny things if he lost to Link. It would be an enjoyable little conversation. No, I think he would. I think
He'd
he'd be pretty
lose
proud
to
of Link. Um,
Yeah, but he'd also be like, "Man, my chakra is so unaligned right now." Something like
um,
that.
but a huge shout out to all 3 people who top 3 this event and made it to our invitational on the qualifier. Dokol, obviously we talked about. Varixa, who, despite losing his round 1, did get all the way back into Grands, and then lost to his round 1 again. He through the power of Mountain Dew had an pretty astounding losers run. Good lord. And Expression, who, I mean, we haven't talked about him a lot since we haven't talked about every event, but like
Expression had some crazy sets
super,
too.
super consistent season for Expression. He was just consistently like getting like solid good wins, beating who he needed to beat, getting a couple upsets. He's got one on me in this tournament at the Invitational. He beat Vope. He's on the rise for sure. You can see the consistency starting to
He,
build.
yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure he got 3-0'd, but he was, in my opinion, the closest to beating Dokol at the Arcadian. Like, every game was pretty close. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, my run back with
It was
Expression
pretty
2
cool.
on stream at the Invitational was a lot of
That
fun.
was lit.
nightmare set. As I said while I was watching that,
Hey,
it's physically impossible for Vope to have a bad set on stream. Like if Vope's on stream, the set's gas. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
it's not
And
always because of him though.
this
Sometimes
one, he
he's
was
getting
playing
beat up.
super well.
He
But
was
on
this
to
time good
My
for him.
hamster set, even though it was 3-1, it was so much freaking fun.
Yeah, you and Hampton go always have good sets.
Our sets are
on
funny.
to
I feel like.
the invitational here. We'll quickly run through all the invitational players. So usually we have 10 that auto qualify, two and then two invites given out to the Arcadian winners. We did have an invitational player drop, Mr. Ethereal. So we ended up adding 3. So it was Hampter, Echo, Nodeino. 4th place was, I believe, Vope.
No, I got 5th.
Yes. No.
So,
You were, you were 4th seed coming
oh
into
yeah,
this set.
4th seed. Yeah.
I was 5, I believe. Kachow might have been 5.
I think I was 8.
Really? I remember
I
you being
think
higher for some
so.
reason. Maybe you ended up higher because you did well at this event.
If it
Or
was in, I didn't do well at the Invitational.
you're right. I'm thinking about a
Um,
different event.
but if it was in order of like, the order that they qualified on bracket, I'm pretty sure I was 8 and
You are,
Kaiser
yeah.
was. I might have been not. I don't remember. Me and
I was
Kaiser were the
5th.
bottom seeds.
Landon was 6th. Garrett was 7th. You were 8th. Kaiser was 9th. 10th place was Dilcall, our first Arcadian joiner. 11th was Verixa, our second Arcadian joiner. And 3rd was Expression, our 3rd Arcadian joiner. But very, very fun invitational. We'll talk about some key sets here. What is the first one we should? We already mentioned obviously Expression getting the win on me. I did have an undefeated set record against him, so super duper awesome for him to get that. Yes, Garrett getting Dill called. I avenged him in losers. I did get the Dill call win, but Garrett
I
does end up
mean,
beating Expression, but then lost to VV.
yeah, I also lost to VV game 5 or Kaiser rather. It was a hot set. There's not a lot for me to talk about. I just lost. There's something about Kaiser's Ganondorf that is not like other Ganondorfs you'll ever meet in your life.
He beat Robert rules. He beat a
I
Min Min.
know. So like I don't feel as bad.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but and like I'm pretty sure with this set included, I actually with this set included, I think he ends up no with this one included because I remember with the PRC we ended up with an even record of 2-2.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But he played Cloud for the first 4 games and then just took game 5 with Ganondorf. I can't be mad. It's
He's
Ganondorf.
he's
Uh
such a monster. We love Kaiser. I
and
feel like
then I
though
lost to Nodeino, but what are you gonna do? I had a pretty
this,
good mental turnaround though. I have a better mentality going into next season because of this event, so that's pretty
that's fair.
cool.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
think
tournament we also had the no one beats Verixa 22 times in a row.
so. I was actually about to bring that up. I
Yeah.
think if we're gonna talk about anything, I mean that's where Nodino loses. He lost his round 1, but if you see that grand final reset winner there, I
Yeah.
think it's time to get Mr. Invitational winner in the call here and have him talk about this run because there's some very
Yeah.
notable stuff to talk about here. Let's get him on the horn.
I'm gonna
Oh my goodness, he was so ready.
Oh,
I didn't.
I was already talking to him on
I got
Discord.
you.
okay.
You can
Wait,
talk now if you want. I told him to join muted. I didn't know we were gonna
no.
summon him immediately. I
Hello.
got
I, th-
lucky.
I hello,
Dino.
Nodino. We were starting to talk
Hi.
about the invitational here, and I think obviously the main thing we got to talk about is the round 1 loser into grand finals reset.
Yeah.
Our winner of the invitational here. So Dino, the mic is yours, the stage is yours. Why don't you give us a nice rundown of this invitational path you went on to end up winning? Is this your first invitational win?
Yes.
That's
I've
what I thought it
gotten I've
was.
gotten the grands. I got grands one time. And
Yeah.
then yeah. So I don't know. I was going in really confident that Roger's my round 1. Ended up kind of getting humbled. And
Kinda.
Nice humble
then
pie.
it wasn't kinda. I got 3-0'd. Games
That was
were
pretty.
close.
That's pretty humble.
Games were
They were,
close.
yeah.
But doesn't really matter whenever the set wasn't. So
Especially the third one. The third one was crazy. Game 3.
yeah.
In the words of Juno, a
Mm.
really close 3-0.
A really close 3.
Yeah,
Every set I ever
really
have with
close.
Andy. Not actually.
But yeah, I don't know. I ended up winning the run back later in bracket, but I almost went 0-2. Or no, I almost went 1-2. I had I forgot I played Kachow before Juno.
Yeah,
Um
I'm so unnotable. I'm
that's
so
not what I was trying to say. You know that, by the way.
he's a hater. He hates
That set was
me.
closer than it looked like, by the way. I saw some of the games.
Some
Yeah,
things just didn't
it
go my
wasn't
way.
I didn't win
Yeah.
a single set 3-0, I think, besides Pope.
Damn.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was a close 3-0.
Close
It
3-0. Very
was.
close 3-0.
No, it
All right.
wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You beat me
it was
so
pretty
bad
bad.
game 2 that I switched to Jigglypuff in the year 2025.
Let's
The
talk
big
Oh
about it,
yeah, I
Juno.
remember.
The worst part
And
is
then the
that
Juno set,
Oh yeah.
About it.
Juno very well could have just changed the complete outcome of the invitational, but he didn't take my stock game 5,
Game 3.
which it was game 3. Which in hindsight, if he did it, I would have been sad, but I wouldn't have been mad at Juno. But I understand why he didn't. But low key
Did
might
you
have been the worst tournament.
disconnect?
Yeah, my controller disconnected last stock game
Mm.
3.
Yeah, fair.
For those not in the
Though
know.
that feels bad though.
No,
So
if
yeah,
it was
I'll-
It feels
anyone,
bad.
if it were me, if it was anyone but like Hamster, Dino, Echo, I wouldn't take it. But if it's like I can like beat them, like I'm about to take my last stock to beat you 3-0 and that happens, I feel no remorse about taking your stock
Yeah.
at all.
Right,
Yeah,
so
alright.
I'll talk about it a bit real quick. So okay, so I win the first 2 games in the set, and notably the last 4 sets I have played against Nodeino all went last game. And I'm very used to, especially taking game 1. I've been taking game 1 off of Dino pretty consistently, and then losing the set afterwards. I beat Dino once. I beat him at Rollout 2, the one I got concussed at. But that was like our first time ever
Huge.
playing, because we played before that, but it was at Gamers
Gamers
Bazaar
Bazaar.
on a laggy TV. It was super.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was playing Yoshi at the time. So I beat him and then he's beat me like the 5 times since. And I've been eager to get this win. And so I think we're on FD game 3. Which the last time I played Dino in FD, I lost, even though I thought it would be a good stage for me, but he picked FD because I didn't want to ban it. Because I still think that there's some case to Yoshi playing against Bowser Jr. on FT. There's some thought process there. I've talked to some people about it. But
Yeah.
it's not like I was destroying him. It was last stock, last hit, or it wasn't last hit at the time. It was like 50% each stock. Last stock, game 3, and his controller disconnects, and I just see him look into his lap. And me, as somebody who's been really wanting to get this Dino win, I was like, man, if I can't
You don't want
close out this
to win
game
like that.
or beat him in one of the next 2 games, I don't deserve it. I should be able to close out this set if I really am capable of beating him. And I was like, no.
I
Just
agree.
reconnect
Yeah.
your controller. Absolutely. Like, if it had been like, I don't really think anybody I would have like,
Kyle.
because
When you're
no,
hungry
absolutely
for
not.
a win like that,
Dude,
you don't
Kyle, I
want to
think
win
I think
that
Kyle would
way.
break something if I think he'd be. I think he would be upset about it, but I would be a little miffed about it, especially if it was a case like that. Maybe it depends on. You know who I do it to? I would do it to Garrett. I would.
I would do it to Kyle. I'd do it to Kyle, Varixa, and Ethereal.
Oh, I would do it to
That's who I
Brixa.
would do it.
I would
Oh,
100%
Only
do it to
because.
Brixa.
I would do it to
Oh,
Zephyr round 1, no questions asked.
Okay, yeah.
No,
But
I don't.
I understand your mentality though.
Yeah, I
You
wanted
don't
to
want
get
to
the
win
win.
like that.
He won that game close. Every single game was last stock, last hit. Like I had the ability to win it. I've got a bit of an anti-clutch factor. I'm very well aware of this. I would have loved to win it. I didn't want to win like that. So I didn't take it. I do
I
not
mean,
regret it. I'm glad,
I
by
mean,
the
I
way,
wouldn't either.
look at these set counts. I know Kyle also went 3-2 with him, but like, look who was arguably the closest to beating him. Like, it
I
still
mean,
looks good
bro,
for me. So
like
I'm not upset about it
if
at all.
you had taken the stock, like you can't brag about the set. Then
Yeah, it's
you'd be like,
tainted.
yeah. Then last stock, his controller disconnected, and I told him to go the fuck
Like
home.
home.
Like,
I told
like that.
no. There would be an asterisk next to it forever, and I
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
in my ability to get that win eventually, like the normal way, and I've been close. Does it suck getting reverse 3 Yeah, it does. But that had nothing like his controller disconnected had nothing to do with me getting reverse 3 0'd. It's not like he
yeah.
got like some kind of like the thing that makes me think of that is when I played at my first STL Arcadian, I played against Garv, and I'd never played against Garv. I know he was a good player, and I was getting advice from people, and I'm like, I can say this because of how the set ended. I'm shitting on Garv game 1, and during stock 2, he's like, this feels weird. After this game, I'm gonna change what port my GameCube controller is plugged into. I'm like, okay. And it 100% there was something wrong with the adapter because he fucking destroyed me the rest of the set. Um, and I was
That's
sitting there the
tough.
whole time like I'd never talked to Garv. Like, dude, this is so John's. But no, it
Yeah.
legit was. So it kind of made me think about that. But um, but no, I'm not upset about it, especially with how like, oh no, I lost to first place at the tournament and brought him to game 5. I'm not
Yeah.
upset about it. So I'm
Dude,
glad. I'm still glad to this day that I chose to do that because it makes me. It kind of goes back to the community thing I'm talking about earlier of like, this kind of feels like something if I was like at an out of region event, like could happen to me and would make me feel like would ruin the event for me. Like I'm in losers, I lose my round 1 to somebody. Like imagine I lose my round 1 to like my
Me.
friend Dawson, um, who I've played for forever, and I don't lose to this guy. Like I love Dawson, but he doesn't play a lot of Smash, so I don't lose to Dawson in bracket. He doesn't play a lot anymore. That's
Yeah,
obviously Brixa
Vope.
still
He
plays
doesn't
a lot,
play.
but
it's just different because he's been my main practice partner for like two
exactly.
years, so
It's
it's
like
just
imagine
like
you lose to
Yeah,
that person, and then you go into losers, you win a set, and it's like, okay, let's try to cobble together a losers run, and then you get knocked out of the event because your controller disconnects. I feel like that kind of feels like the type of thing that's like too competitive, and I would have. I talked about it
yeah,
earlier when Dino wasn't here. I like the community that SEMO has and like the good relationships we all have with each other. And I think that shows like a good sportsmanship.
yeah.
I like to
I mean,
imagine most of SEMO would do the same for me if it happened. Besides Vope, um, but I don't. Vope might be away from Mike right now to comment on that. I thought he would have jumped on that.
No.
bro.
Okay,
I mean,
no,
I like I said, I would do it to Kyle, Varixa, and Ethereum, not because they're not my friends. They're fine. I just don't want to play against Sonic, Banjo, and Bayonetta if I don't have to.
yeah, yeah, that's fair.
fair and
Like,
valid.
give me the asterisk.
But you
That's
like playing
fine.
against Bowser Jr.?
Oh
I
my
like
goodness, he's
playing
so
against
much better than
you.
like anybody, any of the. I hate Bayo, even though it's a
I
good
think
matchup for Yoshi.
Nodino, if I didn't like you as a person, I'd probably hate the character a lot more. But
It
it's
just
fine.
reminds you of me.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
you're
I hate
just
Bowser
like
Jr.
him.
I like Morton.
I do like more. I like Bowser Jr. too, and Ludwig.
Ludwig's so good.
Our set, me
Ludwig's
and Nodino
crazy.
set was also good, but it wasn't as notable as you guys's. So I'm not gonna harp on it too much.
All right, back to Mr. Nodino talking about his bracket run. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Nodino Vope. Jigglypuff emerged. It did not save the set, unfortunately.
No,
Um,
not even close. Actually, I will say
um,
that was, for some reason, the closest of the 3 games.
probably because he's just not used to playing. Like it was a new experience for him to like have to adapt to on the fly, and it's
Part
not
of
like you
it,
don't
Yeah,
know how to play Puff.
part of it, we kind of
So
talked about afterwards is that Jigglypuff's movement, it's way easier to like force people to come in because I just hate how slow Falco's actual airspeed is. So it feels like if I jump, I'm just kind of caught in the air and I get anti-aired really easily. And so I really like the
yeah,
difference with it.
dude. There was one stock that was just like fucked up. It was like some stupid ass shit. I can't even recall what it was because it just happens. Like most of the time, it's more of a Falco thing than the other species, but they get kind of mauled off stage by Junior.
Yeah.
And I think the thing with the Puff is that um Puff can combo Junior like pretty well. I think the hard part is always just finding the hit because Junior covers the angles that Puff wants to approach at literally so well. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
But then like you could do like a lingering nair like off stage to like get my up B, just silly stuff like that. It was fairly close up until
I missed
I think I
rest.
took your seconds. Yeah, it was fairly close up to that point because you were kind of cooking me. I will admit. Also, the characters just play a lot differently, so
Yeah.
it was just like a complete
Going
shit.
back and forth between those two is such a weird mix-up, even just trying to play them.
Dude,
You should just start pulling a proto where you just go Puff Falco. Don't matter if you win or lose the game. You just switch it
True.
up because
That would
they're
be
different.
really funny.
Just start mind
No,
fucking your opponent.
Nodeino, was this the event that we played at where I would have won one of the games, but I went for forward smash and I got jab instead?
I think so.
God damn it.
I think so.
Yeah,
See,
sounds about right.
so yeah,
Ugh.
the first two sets and losers were scary because the last set I had with Kachow was game 5. The last set I had with Juno was game 5. And I played versus Vope, and the last set I had versus Vope wasn't game 5, but it wasn't 3-0. So it was like I could still realistically lose this, especially because Vope used to rock my shit. And then after that, I
You could have got
had
another Vope tweet.
I could have.
Could have got
After
another I lost Vope, my life's over.
I after that I had for Verixa again, which I won in the run back. Actually, his Samus got a game off me instead of
The
his all mine.
Samus was close game 4 too.
It was kind of pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie, because like, okay, he knows that Samus is my least favorite matchup to play in the game. Like Samus Bowser Jr. to me feels almost like I have to play like 10 times the player to win. Like you could go and look right now on my Smashers app. Look at my play percentages versus other Bowser Juniors. It's all Samus or Steve. I only go I don't play Samus, but I win the Ditto with Samus because it's that easy of a matchup. Like I'm being so honest right now. So he played Samus versus me, and yeah, so I won that.
If you had lost
And
game
then
4, do you think you would have swapped characters?
no,
Okay, I was
no.
curious if you thought you would have played Steve.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
if I
was
would have
curious
swapped,
if
I would have played Steve, but
I was curious if Wario was gonna show up at the
I think Wario
Invitational.
Samus is also a really annoying
So
matchup.
bad.
I agree with you. I thought maybe.
Yeah.
I thought I
Um,
might see Wario because of the last time I played Dino's Wario.
Yeah.
at the last invitational.
Yeah.
But that was annoying for sure. But because I don't listen. I told him this on the way home. I said if there's anyone I wanted to lose to, it was probably him. But I really also didn't want to lose to him. So
You
like
told him that on the way home before or after you guys all got almost got into a
after.
car accident. Okay.
So I had to talk about that later too.
Look, dude, imagine Roger gets
but
first Nodeino win, gets hit by a car.
Car.
yeah, he almost got hit by Bowser Jr. in
Jeez.
real life. That ass. But yeah, I there's something that unlocks inside of you after you lose to someone you absolutely mop the floor with for 30 sets in a row. Like there's something that
21.
unlocks
21.
21 sets in a row, whatever. By the way, the last set that
Nobody
he won,
beats for
the last set that he won before that was my Rob, by the way. That was game 5.
That's not a real thing. Wait, was that the one tournament where there was like
It was the
7 of
Hive.
us? Yeah, there were 7 of us, and because Verixa didn't want to play you, you and Garrett were on the same side of bracket despite both of you winning your pools?
Yeah, it was a little silly. It was a little scuffed,
A
but
little
who
bit.
cares? The hype's dead now for good reason. But yeah, so I had to um like chill out for a second because like dude, I went from like making this guy at Kachow Cups like slam the fucking controller on the desk. Like, does anyone here remember the Charizard versus the Banjo game?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
I've heard about it.
That was at the community center still, I
Yes,
think.
this was, but
Yeah.
I think the part that really made him mad was that he thought I was just gonna go Falco into him because I had beaten him with Falco previously, and so I was I went Falco game 1 and 2, and I was like, you know what, this is going good. I swapped to Charizard because anyone here who knows me who plays poker, or I play Pokemon trade, I play Charizard. I'm a Charizard main, high
True.
key.
True.
My Charizard goes dummy, but there's a part I was on we're on Hollow or whatever, and I like fully charged an F smash, reading his down air, and it was just the set was over after that. There's just no way you're coming back after that because like how are you getting your down air clipped by Charizard forward smash like on platform? Like that's kind of crazy, you know. So
Yeah.
just like going from that to losing was kind of polarizing at first, but I yeah. So I changed my bracket song, and then I started playing through losers. Got to Kyle, and that's where I thought my run was gonna end because I had also been losing to Kyle recently, which also makes me really mad. I really don't like losing to him at all. Um, and I ended up winning that, which surprised me. And
I
then
love losing to Echo. It's awesome.
said literally 0 people ever.
I lose to Echo, I say, "Thank you."
I've lost him so much that I guess I'm a little numb to it. There's like 3 or 4 people that I dislike losing to more than Kyle. I still play against Sonic, but like I don't like losing to Millard as
Yeah,
much because it's Sonic again, but like campier. Love you, Millard. But it's campier and it's like I don't think Millard would be offended if I said that Kyle is like the better player between those two. Millard's
he
obviously
probably
superior, but
agrees.
yeah. And then this has nothing to do with the person at all. I hate losing to Kachow because our sets are always close, and I hate Aegis. I hate Aegis so much. I despise that stupid character. Um, dude,
Teehee.
play the
Teehee.
character. They're broken. They're strong. Like no reason not to. But good lord, do I hate Aegis. And I don't like Bayo either. So I don't love losing to Andy. But like Andy's a very,
You
very, very good player. So like I'm
but
never really that
you like
upset.
Yeah, I
you like
also really
watching
don't
me
like
beat
losing to
other
Andy
people,
either.
right?
What'd you say, Kachow?
You like watching me beat other people, right?
Yes, yes, you were one of my
That's
favorite
pretty
people to
cool.
watch in SEMO. And I think when I made my favorite players to play against list, I think I listed you on there. But like when you don't play Aegis against me, I have a lot more fun.
Well,
I just
that's because I yeah, yeah.
ugh, man, that character. But Nodeino, you played against Kyle,
Yeah,
off champion.
I won that. I don't know. That's before I got the really good Sonic advice, so I fear that I won't be losing to Kyle anymore.
Ooh, calling it out. Maybe I'm gonna have to make that an early grudge match for next season.
Volpe gotta make the YouTube short. Cut this and immediately show him getting 3 stocked by Kyle. Make the
Alrighty.
YouTube short.
Nah, hell nah.
Dang, who's the boss?
Sure.
Yeah,
Not
and
yet.
then okay, okay.
All
I
right, go
lost
ahead.
to Echo. I didn't lose to Echo. I beat Echo. I didn't expect to beat Echo.
It was
And
such a good
so
set.
yeah. By the way, whenever I was playing against Roger, Lucas walked up past me and said something about being on Winterside Grands and some shit. and he ate those fucking words, bro. I just want to say, because um, I also didn't expect to beat Lucas, but what I did expect was to beat him twice. That rarely happens anymore, and I was playing really well versus him.
But I was
So
watching those sets at Wings, etc. They were crazy.
Why were you at wing? Wait, which wings did you guys say?
Not the one you work at, the one in
Uh,
Cape. Me,
the
me, and my carpool ate there before we went home.
not a big wings etc. and Cape guy. Can't lie.
It was all right. Anyway, Nodeino, wow,
yeah,
good job, wow. It was sick. Again, I messaged Nodeino after that too, just like I messaged everybody. Like, shit,
Let's go,
brother. Good. And
dude.
then
You
he
gotta
almost
cheer
got
on
hit by a
your
car.
team members.
I do. Bro, Varixa really beat Nodino and forced him to kill 3 of his team members.
True. I mean,
That was
granted,
messed up.
half of the bracket was Kachow Gaming, because we're kind of
Yeah,
like that. And unlike Link could claim last season, the winner of the bracket was also Kachow Gaming.
true, true.
oh, it especially
But
felt good considering last invitational because I lost to Lucas and Echo, and I got reverse 3 by Echo, and I was really mad. I was so sad because I was playing so good, and then I stopped.
Dude, last invitational was just a travesty for Kachow Gaming in general. Vope got reverse 3 by Short Swords. You got reverse 3 by Kyle.
He
Garrett
beat
lost
Asa
to
though.
Short Swords. He did beat Asa. Dude, I feel bad because the time we mentioned Asa earlier in this, we also messed with him a little bit. He kind of shit on Asa. Asa
Hey,
SE'd
hey,
a
hey!
couple times,
No,
but
no, no. This is a plug for my coaching, bro.
True,
oh
I did have
god,
like a 5-minute conversation about how to play against Physic, and I literally just listened to exactly what Nodeino said, and I 3-0'd him, and he was just getting so frustrated because he didn't know what to do. But
Kachow Gaming did have a
almost
we were
certain
talking
we
pretty.
about it
talked about
earlier,
this last
Dino.
time.
Dino, we were talking about it earlier because we were looking at the Arcadian. We were talking about how Linking beat Impulse for Alex. We were talking about how some of us would react to getting beat by Link. I said I would just quit Smash. We were talking about how Physic would find the craziest Johns possible to blame losing to
He
Linking.
would.
I said that he would get up from the setup and say that he's legally blind.
I think he
Dude,
would. I think we
I
can
just
hear
can't do it in
Mercury's in
this meta without
retrograde.
glasses, bro.
I love it so much.
Dude,
But dude, Kachow Gaming did have a win on that last invitational, which was me and Vope having the greatest set ever on stream.
Yeah.
That set was
Bruh.
so fire. That set whenever I think of that set and like the back and forth we had, I think of the Brawl Fox Falco. I know Vope knows exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The turbo
They're
mode,
on
like
FD.
yeah, and they're fighting under the stage. That set was so
Yeah.
gas. But Dino, do you want
because
to
I
talk a little
watched
bit
it.
about do you want to talk a little bit about beating Hamster, and then we'll wrap up talking about the last couple of
Um,
things here because we said an hour and we're definitely running over that, but that's okay.
We're at
it felt really
an
nice to
hour
beat
and 2
Lucas.
minutes.
They get a little extra.
It felt really nice to beat
True.
Lucas, like his Rob Jr. because he was just saying shit about. Uh, I don't remember. It was Julian and Roger who was in the car whenever he was talking shit about how I hadn't taken a set in Rob Jr. in forever. And then I instantly take a set. Our next 2 sets, I take them both, and so that was really nice. It just kind of got him to be quiet for a second, which was just like all I really wanted.
IRL taunt to get bodied.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Love to see it.
All right.
That's our go.
Do we want to
Okay,
end
so
with the PR?
we'll talk about PR, and then I'll briefly mention because we've talked about it a couple times our gimmick for next season. I thought I'd talk about that a little bit on
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Or
All
Okay.
right.
Dino, real quick before you head out, since I imagine that's what you're about to do,
Yeah.
just asking around, curious, are you gonna be at Raffle Rumble this week? Our first tournament of the new season.
No, I work.
I had a feeling. Tragic, but go earn those bucks. Hopefully we have enough players for it to be a PR level event. I think it will be. It's just got to hit 10, and we've got
I should
got
have somebody with me. I can make him
9.
play if we need more.
Dude, we can't make
Hmm.
your unborn child already start playing Smash.
No, Abby's not coming with me.
That makes
It'll
sense.
be Alec, and it'll be a free win for whoever
Okay,
gets
Pope,
it.
also YouTube Shorts clip that after Kachow loses to Alec after I intentionally sneak
Dog,
them into each
I,
other round 1.
I mean this
After
with
we
as
roofied
much
Kachow before
disrespect
his
as I
round 1.
can. With as much disrespect as possible. There is no world, okay? We were we were playing free for all Smash before the day before my wedding all night long, and all my groomsmen could not find a way to beat me, and it was
This
1v1v1,
this makes me think of the
and one of them was Sean.
the
True, one of them
Goku
was
with his
Sean.
limbs cut
Yeah,
off, blindfold, and sick. Does he win?
bro,
Does Kachow win with his limbs cut off, blindfolded, and
they
sick
would
against
just
Alec?
there were generational throws. I was not playing Pyramithra. I played King Dedede twice. It was fucking crazy.
Um,
Ugh.
but yeah, we'll talk about PR real quick, Mr. Dino. Unless you have anything
Yeah.
else to say, you have a good
Uh,
one. Thank you for talking
Um,
with us.
all I wanted to say is that I was playing in a Wi-Fi tournament the entire time. And I just clutched it versus the Kazi on FD. So yeah,
Do you
it was
even care about this?
Dude, he's
no,
grinding. He's
I'm
grinding.
grinding. I'm grinding. But yeah, I
He's
hope you guys have a
grinding.
good night.
Thank
Sounds
you,
good.
Dino.
Thanks, brother.
Pope, do you have the graphic to show?
I have it pulled up on the recording.
Okay, sick. I will pull up my version of the graphic as well then. So, dude, who made this graphic? It's gorgeous.
Probably Kachow.
I'm realizing now we're gonna have to say who's who because this graphic doesn't
Yeah,
say the
it
actual
doesn't.
tags
Yeah,
anywhere.
the when I sent the message with it, it does. Okay, so
I know.
if
It's
the joke
funny.
wasn't obvious to everybody watching, I made this graphic. All the artwork was done by my lovely, gorgeous, amazing girlfriend who did all of these wonderful cocktails and mocktails you were looking at. She is the greatest. Helps me out a lot with this. So I'm a bartender for those who don't know. So I made this nice little cocktail list graphic. So in 8th place was Garrett with the captain's cocktail, obviously based off of Captain Falcon. 7th place, ooh, I wonder who the Yoshi player could be. That is me. That's my first ever
Could be
PR
anybody.
placing. Very, very happy, I guess I'll say real quick, that I finally got a chance to be on PR. Obviously, a bit of a shorter season. We didn't have everybody show up that normally does, but I will take it in stride. Looking to keep improving. Glad that I could make it on there. And my drink is also the best one on this list. I would know. I have made most of these. Kachow in 6th place with The Cup. Which
Bro,
obviously is supposed to be based off of both Pyra and Mithra. It's a nice little bomb cup for those in the know about alcohol.
is the banana schnapps? I haven't asked you this before. Is that just because I like Donkey Kong Bonanza?
So it was partially Donkey Kong
It's
inspired,
the
and it was like the best thing I could think of for being like sweet and also like the yellow color to fit Mithra's color scheme.
yeah, that's fair. Um,
Um,
I was thrilled to make PR this season. I went in thinking I was gonna have to beg and grovel for 8, and I ended up being consensus number 6. So that was
true.
pretty cool. I appreciate it a lot.
Got the
I
Kyle
beat
win.
Cernavita this season.
Got the
Yippee!
Saren win. That was really
Yippee!
sick. I beat NBC Lucario this season.
Not in region.
That was my out of region win.
My Saren win was
But
out of region. I
big
lost in
fan.
region because I'm bad.
Kachow, what do you think of the name of your drink? I was pretty proud of that one.
Well, I got. I mean, it's probably the easiest one for you to name if I had to guess. But
It's the
if you're
cup.
basing it off of, yeah, it's the only one not based on a. Well, I guess it's not based on my character, basically,
Yeah.
and I think that's funny. But
Um,
I
big
like
fan of
it.
that
I
one.
appreciate it.
5th place
I
with
drink
Kazooie's
that.
eggs. That is your drink is very good. 5th place with Kazooie's eggs. That is Mr. Varixa with our first mocktail because I did mocktails from
This
the non-21
Dude,
year olds.
this is no disrespect to the artist. I would not drink that. That looks mad yucky. I don't want to drink
Why?
that.
It's really good.
It it looks like green jello.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
slushy. It's a frozen drink, so it's like a
Hmm,
slushy. It's
oh,
like a
it's
green apple
okay.
slushy. And
Okay.
obviously, if you look at the ingredients
I'd
list, Mountain Dew is in there. Had to,
okay.
for those
Fine.
in the know.
I will lick it one time and see how I feel.
It is very good. It
That's what
also
I'll
has
do.
blue raspberry candies. Um, for such an
I
energetic drink, it's
would
funny that it represents banjo and kazooie, but
true.
it fits for Ixa, I would think.
I would also drink Yoshi's apple. I don't
It's
think
so
I would
good.
drink Captain's cocktail.
This was my most
Just
experimental
'cause I don't
drink.
like spicy.
Yeah, it's got a good kick to it. I made it for my girlfriend and she liked it. It fits Captain Falcon
Hell
pretty well.
yeah.
I was pretty proud of this with obviously the Captain Morgans. It's got bourbon because it's Captain Falcon. It's not listed there, but because I didn't have a lot of room, but it's got grenadine for that red color and then Red Bull
Mhm.
for like the energetic play style. But fourth place was
Nice, nice.
Ethereal with the witch twist, obviously named after Bayo. I didn't go crazy with this drink. It's just a great margarita. Who doesn't love a good margarita? I don't. I don't like tequila, but I thought it made a lot of sense. Third place,
I'd drink it.
we got another mocktail because we let the children get all up in our fucking PR. No, this is
One of these
Tino's
you could
with the
just
clown
put
cart.
bottled water.
His is basically a pina colada. It's a frozen non-alcoholic pina colada. Because I had to shrink down the image, it's not as seeable. And I didn't list it in the ingredients list as well because of that, because I didn't want to confuse people. But the center of it is green. You can see in the top of that image, if you zoom in, it is green because
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
center does have a green apple flavored like frozen core. Because Bowser Jr. is green. That is the only reason why.
Mm.
Second
I would
place,
drink that too.
I would not. I hate pina colada, but
I
it
like
is.
pineapple.
I don't like coconut, is why. But second
Oh, there's
place with
coconut too.
homing attack. Yeah, pina
Ah.
coladas
Oh,
got
true. Yeah.
coconut. Second place is homing attack, obviously for Echo with the nice little homing attack coaster, which was a very nice detail for again my girlfriend to add here. It's a gin and vodka cocktail. It's blue. It's Sonic. Despite the fact that it has Sprite, I made this drink pretty energetic and fast. I wish that's how
The
Sonic
only
could
thing
play in this video game.
knowing that you made these IRL, I understand. But for the graphic, it should have been garnished with a chili dog.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. No, that's fair. And then first
Not in real
place,
life.
Hampter. We mentioned it earlier. First place on PR this season. Also another mocktail. I have made this several times. It is delicious. It's like a watermelon lime juice mix. It's frozen as well. The laser beam, nice little particle effects there. Again, my girlfriend rocks. Made all of these great pieces of art for us. And that was our PR. Again, first place Hampter, second Echo, third Nodeino, fourth Ethereal, fifth Verixa, sixth Kachow, Kachiga,
Yippee.
seventh Juno, exclamation mark, and eighth Water. Voted on by our PRC, who we've been using for a couple of seasons now. It's been a nice change to SEMO. I'm a big fan of the PRC.
I
Great
am
season.
too.
Obviously, a little
I will
shorter.
honorable mention the people that got close. I'll honorable mention.
Yes.
Volpe is one of them.
Who's
Kaiser,
consensus ninth.
not necessarily in this order besides Volpe because I don't remember, but
Yeah.
Volpe, Zepha, Kaiser, and Expression.
Yes, all
They
were
were
in
all very
consideration.
close. Yeah.
Great seasons by
If
all of them.
if Garrett didn't beat Hampter once this season, the eighth place would have been crazy.
Yeah, I think there would
I
have been a
think.
lot more discussion for it. But
Yeah,
Garrett also had an ethereal win this season,
that's
Yeah.
true.
which helps. But yeah, so season 5 obviously was a little bit shorter, only 4 months, so we could get into a correct schedule. But season 6 is longer. There are going to be some more events, and segueing into that because we've kind of danced around it all all this podcast, we'll talk about season 6 and the little gimmick that's going to be alongside it, to make each tournament a little bit more fun, more exciting, some more stuff to track. So for those not in the know, because you did not read the announcement post, which you should be reading because they are very helpful, and this will be important to the season because there's money on the line. Our seasons, we've started theming. Last season was Sonic themed. We didn't have a lot of time to get it fully themed, but that was the intention. This season, for those who have played it, is themed off of Fire Emblem Three Houses. If you haven't, think of it kind of like Harry Potter, if you will, or like not really Survivor, but like the team aspect of Survivor or Total Drama. We made the joke about. We have 3 team captains, our 3 top placers at the Invitational, which was also our top 3 of PR, which is Nodeino got to pick first since he won the Invitational, Hamster second, and Mr. Echo third. Nodeino's team is the Fuchsia Frogs, Hamster's team is the Orange Chickens, and Echo is the Crimson Kitties. Each player at their first event this season will be semi-randomly assigned to a team. We will be using a great program designed by Mr. MB to try to keep the teams relatively balanced, but there will be a good amount of randomization to this. So you'll get to team up and work with people you've never worked with before. And all throughout the season, you will be earning points for your house. You earn these points by top 3ing an event. First place gets 3, second gets 2, third gets 1, and then making true bracket upsets. So 6 over 5 is not a true bracket upset. They are seeded both to get 5th. 7th over 5 is. That's worth a point. That's a 1-round upset. And 9th over 5 is a 2-round upset, and that is worth 2 points. So a good chance to earn your team some points. There is also a third way to earn points, which we are calling grudge matches. We will have a channel in the Discord server where we announce these. These are going to be these 2 have a close set record. This player says this player is trash. Like, we'll make up some fun storylines. Maybe you're down on a player 2-0 this season and you really want that win. We're going to announce grudge matches and basically say, if you can go get that win, you'll earn a randomly selected amount of points for your team. So if you're like 1-1 with that player, maybe it'll just be worth a point or 2. But if you're like 3-0 on them or they're like 3-0 on you this season, maybe 4-0 even, you could be looking at 4 or 5 points if you can finally go get that win. Now, I've been talking about these points. Why the hell are we earning points? Well, at the Arcadian, which I believe will be in April, assuming we don't have any delays, which hopefully we don't, all of our teams will be competing in a 3-team round robin. It's not going to be a free-for-all, but a round robin crew battle between everybody on your team that shows up. We will even the teams out if they're not evened at the event. We will find a good way to do that. We have some plans for that. But there will be a 3-way round robin crew battle with some tiebreakers in case the teams go 1-1 and 1. We'll obviously go by stocks and players left. And there's a big cash prize for the winning team. Each of them, we've been collecting money since the beginning of our last season as part of our venue fee, or not our venue fee, but our entry fee. Part of that's been going to a pot to make this go back to the community with a big cash prize. And these points will afford your team to buy some upgrades, some power-ups, whatever you want to call them, some abilities for your team. The team that ends up with the most points will not only get to draft their ability first, but they will also get an extra ability compared to the other 2 teams. And these abilities can be anything from some basic ones, like if you have a player who's on 2 stocks, you can give them a stock back. They can get 1 stock back. To some more complex stuff we talked about, like we're still finalizing the list, but forcing a Rand Ditto between your next opponent, forcing a main swap. One we came up with was forcing a doubles, where you call in 1 more of your teammates and they have to call in 1 more, and you guys play doubles instead of just a 1v1. A chance to maybe take out 6 stocks at once. There's going to be a lot of fun abilities, but the fun thing is that you can only use them once. So you gotta, and you're playing against 2 different teams, so you gotta know when to use them. There's gonna be a lot of strategy involved. Again, the winning team will get a pretty large cash prize. We're estimating hopefully anywhere from 30 to maybe $45 a player, which obviously winning events gives you more than that. But for a big round robin crew battle, as fun as that event should be, it's gonna be a nice incentive as well. So it should be a lot of fun. We're going to be tracking it throughout the season. We're hoping this will create some fun competitiveness between players, but also like not too competitive. we're gonna have fun with it. And it will also make some early bracket sets a lot of fun. I know sometimes it feels bad for some of our players who come out to these events and they come and participate, and they might not perform the best. But now those players aren't just competing to try to win the event. They're also competing to earn points for their team. So it's a good chance for our very like loyal players who come out to these events and might go 1-2 or 0-2 or 2-2 and don't make top 8. We really appreciate those players coming out regardless, and this is going to be a good chance for us to root for those players. And like, what's more fun than like taking not to put anybody here particularly, but like taking like Link, who is like he averages around that 7th to 9th place, and being able to cheer for him and like winner round 2 because he's playing somebody from a different house. I think it'll create a lot of fun cheering atmosphere. There's got to be a lot of room for propaganda between the teams and making fun of each other and all that. It should be a whole lot of fun. And it will be globally. The rankings will be shown off for everybody, so you'll know where your team stands. So maybe at the end of the season, Kachow's not just playing to try to top 3 this event. He also needs to beat Vope, so that way his team pulls ahead into first place because Vope maybe was seated above him. So there's some extra incentive there. It will be a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited. We've been in the works for this for quite a bit of time. Oh, okay. There's all my yapping.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, you're good. I mean, listen, I'm stupid, so I don't necessarily think I'm gonna grasp everything, but I'm down. Like
It's gonna be fun.
I'm down. It's gonna be a good time. I'm sure there'll be plenty of shit talk
Oh, it's gonna be.
I
around
would
it.
never
That's
do
gonna be the
that.
best part. Me and Landon have already
Um,
talked about if we're on opposite teams because we've both got some video editing background of making propaganda videos, as I mentioned, and propaganda posts, and maybe spreading them around, talking about how trash the. I don't know what team I'm going to be on, so I won't insult any yet. Nodeino, please pick me. I want to be part of the Future Frogs. Oh wait, he doesn't pick. I don't know why I was thinking of drafting. I hope I get randomly assigned to the Future Frogs. That
dude,
was
I
my
will
favorite team
say,
name.
I hope I don't get on
because of this
Echo's team
gimmick,
because I want to tell people that he hates and beats children.
Or
true.
kitties, because he's the Crimson
Um,
Kitties.
No, he likes kitties.
with I
He
don't
beats children.
true. I don't necessarily know if we'll have a gimmick every season, but I'm starting to work on doing a total drama season and what that would look like. So
Dude, I cannot
you
wait
can
to
look
boot Vope
forward to
off the
that at some
island.
point. I would host. I wouldn't participate. So I would dress up like Chris McLean at every tournament I go to. Chris McLean.
Dude,
And
I'm showing up in
I would
the
throw
orange shirt.
marshmallows at people. We'll figure it out. I have some ideas. I don't have anything set in stone, but I'm starting to work on it because I
It's gonna
really
be
want to
fire.
run that.
I am fresh out of time, gang. Unfortunately, but
Fair.
this was very fun to get to meet back up again,
Yep.
talk about some tournaments. I'm
I agree.
starting to lose my voice
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Yeah, we could. Pope, you could say what you were gonna say first, but then we could close it out.
Oh no, it's all good.
Okay. Then shut up.
I wasn't
uh,
gonna say anything.
well, look at you now. Anyway, it was good episode. We do intend to do this monthly. I'm sure we'll probably miss one once the baby arrives.
We're putting the baby on the
Kachow
mic.
Cup.
True.
True. The next 2 Kachow Cups. The Friday after the upcoming raffle rumble. So that'll be the 28th. And then the next one is on December 5th. And right now, the one after that, so 27, 28, and 29. January 2nd is when 29 is planned. If my baby shows up early, probably gonna have to cancel that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
I'll run
that's
it.
the because Volpe Vase, we're back.
Vope Vase 1.
True. This is because I, I have to plan ahead of time just in case I'm busy. That's all it is. But I'm excited for the new season. I alluded to I got a pretty new mentality going into things, so I don't know. I'm excited to see where I can take it.
Yep.
But it was a good episode. I had fun. We intend to do more. We intend to do more content besides this too, but we'll see how that goes. Uh, but we plan to see you next month. But if we don't, my fault. But until then or never, I'm Kachow. And who are you? Who are you guys?
No.
I'm Vope.
God
You're
no.
Bobe, and he is Juno! Exclamation mark.
I
Whoa,
play
Julian's
Yoshi
here
and I'm
too.
stupid.
And I'm Julian.
Let's
He's
go.
Julian.
Julian comes in, immediately
Kurt.
peeks his fucking mic, and heads out.
This is why he wasn't on the podcast.
Kurt.
Why is an audio guy mic peeking? That's crazy.
This
Have
is
a
true.
Kurtastic day. Bye.
Bye bye.